It's time to say goodbye, my friends, to beloved GPUs. Nvidia is finally cutting the cords on us. Amazon's gonna potentially be releasing their own lineup of TVs, and Sony realizes that they were kind of being turds and backtracks on some things that they said last week that we will get into in today's episode of Hot News. I'm your Brett host. We're gonna be going over the hottest tech news that I can find on the VIIR internet while you enjoy your breakfast, my friends. Thank you to everybody who showed your support and commented on this past weekend's videos. In case you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, we released both a weekly recap on Saturday as well as a comment response video yesterday, and I'm blown away by the support on it. So we do plan on doing those moving forward, maybe not permanently, but the test reception went really well. So thank you for being part of our beta testing. We appreciate it, and Nvidia appreciates all those long shelf life years that you've given to the GTX 700 series, because now in the latest driver update that they've come out with for their Windows subsystem for Linux, well, Kepler is gone, my friends. This is something that they told us that they were going to be doing a few months ago, that in October these driver supports were going to be going away, which I know you'll say, it's September, bro, what are you talking about? Well, this is not necessarily the official driver that's rolling out to every consumer, especially on Windows. This is just a Windows subsystem for Linux driver, but it indicates the future that Nvidia is going to be moving forward to with those GPUs. And in case you're not familiar with what Kepler is, it was the majority of the GTX 700 series, but the GTX 700 series was weird in that it's not all Kepler. Some of the GPUs are also Maxwell, and some of the GPUs are also Fermi. So things like the GT 730, I believe, is safe, as well as the GTX 750 Ti, because that's Maxwell and not Kepler. So if you're on a GTX 780 Ti, Nvidia says, too bad, no more driver updates for you. But if you're on a 750 Ti, well then boy oh boy oh, you got the longest lasting GPU you probably could have ever purchased. No wonder budget gamers love that thing. But also, it should be noted that Nvidia hasn't updated the control panel on this driver just yet. However, it can be noted that there is a new runtime compiler that's actually baked into the code that's called NV Compiler Next 64.dll and NV Compiler Next 32.dll, which the speculation is that this might be getting us a refresh setup, control panel, everything that Nvidia has been allowing us to access their GPUs through since the Windows XP days. They might come out with a new one when they launch their next generation GPUs, which honestly, I'm freaking excited for. I mean, look at this. Horrible. I mean, this is Windows XP in a nutshell. If you came back to me in the early 2000s and told me that Nvidia's control panel was not going to change realistically in the next 20 plus years, I would have said, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Nvidia is. I'm just playing Neopets. Back off, man, you crazy time traveler. But here in 2021, I appreciate it. Are you running a Kepler GPU? Let me know down in the comments. I want to hear from you down there. And I want you to hear about today's episode sponsor of Hot News, my friends, The Ridge and The Ridge Wallet, because this is the way you should be doing your wallet here in 2021. All right, we're talking about Nvidia slimming down their entire control panel. Maybe you should slim down your wallet, stop walking around with that giant bulky thing that you get, and come into the 21st century, my folks. Listen, the Ridge wallet, it's slim, it's minimalistic, but it holds up to 12 cards plus room for cash on the back, either with a cash strap or with a money clip if that interests you. And there's over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber and burnt titanium, and their wallets have over 40,000 5-star reviews. And the durable material means that each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. The Ridge team's so confident that you'll love it, they'll let you test drive it for 45 days, and if you don't love it, you can send it back for a full refund. That's a month and a half, my friends, that they'll let you have this thing for free, and then you can give it back to them, all right? Listen, my friends, if you go to ridge.com/hot news and use coupon code HOTNEWS at checkout, you'll get 10% off your Ridge wallet down below. It makes your wallet slimmer. It makes it so that when people ask you, hey, are you happy to see me? You can just say, yes, I am. But more importantly, I'm happy that I have my Ridge wallet, of which I got a 10% discount on because I used the coupon code HOTNEWS. Check them out at the links in the video description. Big thanks to them for sponsoring today's episode of Hot News. And is Google sponsoring Microsoft? What's going on here with this crazy relationship of Android apps coming to Windows 11? And now Android apps might be coming to the Xbox via maybe some sort of emulation app that's happening. There's a Microsoft store listing showing Windows subsystem for Android, which admittedly is not that weird, especially since Microsoft is committed to putting the apps on Windows 11. But what is weird is that it's supported on Xbox One. Microsoft made this application compatible with their Xbox architecture. Why? potentially Android app emulation on your Xbox console, maybe something in xCloud. All I know is I can't wait to load up my Xbox Series X and play my favorite game ever. Today's episode of Hot News is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Speaking of shadows, you want to see the truest shadows that you can find on a mobile display? Well, there's a new display standard out there, DisplayHDR True Black 600 tier, getting unveiled with some ASUS laptops that have just come out. Has a peak luminance of 600 nits, which is great, as well as having black levels down to 0.0005 nits, which is remarkably dark. So this is obviously going to happen in mini LED panels or in OLED, which is a 20% increase in luminance compared to the True Black level 500, and is now popping up on some of Asus's OLED laptops, which is absolutely lovely. I love to see this. That's actually a great thank you, Asus. I haven't really loved the last two notebooks that I've reviewed of Asus on UFD Tech, but I mean, they're still making some good ones. And now seems like as good of a time as any is to get into the Cryptostonks update. Oh my goodness, my friends. If you don't like mining, well, you might want to turn your eyes away from the screen right now and close your ears, because Bitcoin is up 3.4% in the last 24 hours. It's sitting at just under $52,000, which is absolutely crazily high. It's up significantly from Friday's episode of Hot News, and it's also up significantly from where it was just about a month ago, increasing $11,000 in the last month. It does seem like crypto has made a resurgence in the month of August, early parts of September. Ethereum also up 1% to sit at just under $4,000. Dogecoin up nearly 4.4% to sit at 31.5 cents. Absolutely crazy rally that's going on in the crypto market right now, my friends. Let's talk about meme stonks. GameStop down 5% on Friday to 202.75, slipping and sliding just a little bit. AMC closing down less than 1% at 44.02. But let's talk about the favorite crypto stonk that everybody loves, which is BitConnect. That like reverberated through my air conditioning ducting. It was amazing. Anyways, the SEC is investigating BitConnect, which is a crazy scam thing that happened all the way back in 2017. And the SEC is saying that BitConnect scammed investors out of roughly $2 billion of their investments because it was just a giant Ponzi scheme where there was no actual assets that were happening. And they were just promoting things like a pyramid scheme where you had to refer a friend to get a referral to a friend to a referral to, and then you got BitConnect somehow. That was worth something somewhere. All I know is that it gave us this eternal moment in meme, and I'm forever grateful for that.
What's up, BITCONNECT!
What's not a scam is electric vehicles, my friends. They're coming fast and furious, and they're never going away, all right? And Nissan's trying to find a way to better recycle the materials, especially the rare earth materials that goes into making these EV motors, and they've come up with a new process that allows them to do it a little bit more efficiently, working with Tokyo's Waseda University since 2017, and they do it by getting things up to 1400 degrees Celsius to melt it down, and they said that they're able to recover 98% of a motor's rare earth elements using this new recycling process, which is obviously going to be more and more necessary as electric vehicles continue to get rolled out worldwide, and countries and governments and just consumers start purchasing them more than any other vehicle that's out on the road. Rivian, one of the leaders here in the US of that happening, the R1T and the R1S getting their EPA estimated range of 314 miles for the R1T and 316 miles for the R1S SUV, which is a 70 mile per gallon electric and 69 mile per gallon, a nice equivalent. I'm actually really excited for Rivian. I think they're probably one of the more legitimate competitors to Tesla as far as like what brand could potentially become the next large EV maker. Rivian being invested in by Ford as well as Amazon and producing vehicles for Amazon's delivery program. It does seem like they have a good head on their shoulders and isn't necessarily something like a scam artist like other EV companies that have been popping up left, right, and center. And Amazon's popping up their products left, right, and center. Amazon has their Amazon Basics lineup, which is essentially them taking other people's designs or getting the same manufacturer and being like, hey, we're making this thing now that used to be a hot seller on our website, and now we make it so we get all the profit in the margin. And they're allegedly going to be releasing TVs in time for this year's holiday season. This is slightly different from the Amazon Fire TVs that they're already selling, like through companies such as TCL, where TCL still retains its branding on there and it uses Amazon's Fire OS on the actual TV, but rather this would be having Amazon branding on the actual TV and making it so that Amazon is the overlord of everything, including in your living room, and if you keep a TV there, Amazon's lord over your bedroom. Did you think about that? I bet you didn't. Jeff Bezos? Jeffrey Bezos. In your bedrooms, in your living rooms, get ready for it. And you might want to get ready for Alan Wake Remastered, according to a new listing that's being found in the Epic Game Store's back end, that there's an Alan Wake Remaster that could potentially be coming out sometime soon, which is all nice and good, but this report by Engadget is clearly skipping over the most important thing from the Wario64 tweet, which is that Final Fantasy VII Remake's coming to EGS, all right? Final Fantasy VII Remake on PC? Yes! Frick yes, like the PS5 upgrades actually kind of meh. Like there wasn't like the 60 FPS, sure, that's kind of nice, but it, like I just want better graphics on Final Fantasy VII Remake. So yes, Wario64 is tweeting the most important thing first, and then Engadget making an article on it, Alan Wake Remaster. Are you excited for Alan Wake Remaster for its October 5th release? Let me know down below in the comments. And we talked about in last week's episode of Hot News how Sony was going to charge you either $20 or $140 for you to be able to play Horizon Forbidden West on the PlayStation 5 if you picked up the PS4 edition, because the base edition doesn't include the PS5 upgrade. You either had to go with the digital deluxe, which was a $20 bump, or if you didn't really know that when you were purchasing, you had to purchase the game again, which would make your total cost $140. Anyways, that's how I get 90 or 140. Anyways, Sony retracting that. Sony saying that they missed their mark and they'll stand by their original pledge that it should have been free, which, yes, this is just obvious. You said that it should have been. You didn't make it that way. People revolted. Hopefully their pre-sale numbers and their pre-order numbers were very low, which, by the way, don't pre-order games if you're at all trying to buy into the hype of what the game could possibly be. Sometimes I pre-order games when I'm trying to support the developer. I believe in the cause, and I actually don't really care if the game's a banger. I just want to show the support to the company. Or I actually want to find out for myself, even if the game sucks, and I'm okay with it sucking. If you're not okay with the game sucking, don't pre-order anything. Anyway, Sony also saying that they're going to be implementing a $10 surcharge for whenever this pops up in the future, in case you want to buy a PS4 game that's supposed to be out on PS5 for first-party exclusives. That's going to cost you a minimum of $10, my friends, which I still think this is absolute nonsense considering Microsoft is doing this for free for all of their first-party titles. Sony having no good reason to do it, especially since they're doing it for Horizon Forbidden West. Yes, it's going to be a cut to their bottom line, but at the same time, it's $10 per copy, my friends. You're absolutely just trying to squeeze the last little bit of orange juice out of everybody's dang Ridge wallets, and you can't squeeze a Ridge wallet, all right? It's made out of durable materials. I'm not going to get any juice out of this. You're not getting any juice out of me, Sony, because I already have a PS5 and I'm not going to pay to upgrade. But this is ridiculous for people who are on PS4. That's just my stance on this. Sony, I still think you're in the wrong. Charging me $10 for this upgrade is nonsense. I don't like it. But what I do like is AMD's APUs. And now there's a new report coming out from a well-known leaker that AMD's Ryzen 6000 Rembrandt APUs are now in mass production. Packaging plans in mainland China will complete 6 new products in the first half of next year. Rembrandt APUs allegedly going to be that little one, which means we will get RDNA 2 APUs finally. It's 2021. It'll be 2022 by the time these hits. I've been waiting for so gosh dang long. Yes, please give me all the Rembrandts. And last little bit of AMD news. FSR is going to be coming to a new PC title. The Medium is going to be getting it. I still want to play this game. It looks like an intriguing concept. The reviews that I read was kind of like, it's a concept that's good. It's not perfectly executed, but considering that it's on Game Pass and now has FSR, which I won't use since I have a 3080 Ti, it might be worth checking out. Have you played The Medium? Let me know down in the comments. I kind of want to hear what your perspective is on it in case you have played it. And I've played you like a fiddle. I got your watch time here on Hot News. So now give me your subscription, please, if you would. I beg you so kindly. And in case you're looking for more hot news, you could either check out yesterday's comment response video, which is more community oriented, where I actually do respond to the comments that you left on Hot News all week long, or you can check out This Week in News, which was Saturday, where we recapped everything from last week. And I'll see you tomorrow for breakfast, my friends. That's right, here, watching you, sipping on that crouton.